It's Smack the Guru. This is the review of Power Book 2, Season 3, Episode 4. And I gotta say, man, this was my favorite episode of the season. They did a great job with this one, man. Now, if this is your first time here, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Everybody click that like button. But boy, a lot went down this episode. You had Effie being grimy, man. You had Monet, grimy, super grimy. Monet off the chain. I'm gonna have to do a separate video for Monet and Diana, man, because their relationship is just wild. Then you had Kane and Lorenzo getting closer. Like, a lot went on this episode, man. But I'm gonna start with Effie because, man, I think she was grimy, and I like certain elements of Effie. She wanna stop hustling. She getting Tariq to think about stop hustling. I like that. She started from the bottom. We seen the classroom experiment. She way in the back. Like, yo, I'm going to catch up with everybody. You know, and what's crazy is Tariq was almost like at the front. Tariq was like at the front of the line. Like, yo, he's super privileged, but both of them hustling. But I like that aspect of her. But she doing grimy stuff. Like texting Kane while Tariq sleep. Her and Tariq just get it in. She look, okay, he sleep. So she rolls over and start texting Kane. Do you got me, or are you not gonna say nothing? Look, Kane like, yeah, I got you. What y'all think gonna happen when Tariq find out Lauren alive and be going after her and stop spending time with Effie? Because best believe, when he find that out, no matter where Effie and him at in a relationship, they could be just about to move to Cali. He gonna be like, hold on, let me go check on Lauren. Soon as he find out, let me talk to Lauren. She ain't gonna like that. She not gonna like that. So she probably gonna get an emotional state, run to Kane. What Kane gonna be like? Yeah, I got you. Just like what he's saying now in the text message. Yeah, I got you. Don't worry. You know, so Kane want her. He been persistent, and he's gonna get her. Best believe down the stretch he gonna get her, man. So I hated that she was texting him. Now, even though Effie was being grimy with the text messages, Monet takes the cake, man. Monet is wild, dog. She's straight wild. First off, that conversation she had with Diana, it just was so sad watching it when Monet went to her dorm room, because it was just like, yo, Monet is saying anything to get Diana to come over to her side. Just anything. And then when Diana go to Whitman, for a second, I thought she played Monet, but she didn't. She was right there for Monet, set this dude up, but she didn't know Monet was going to knock him off. That's the wildest part. And then that scene where she like, yo, say less. I'm like, oh, God. They could have did that a little better, yo. Diana hit me in the face. Say less. It's like they got a little catchphrases in there and stuff. Like, power off the chain for that. But that happened. They knock off Whitman. And I knew Whitman, the way he be acting, was going to catch up to him. He doing too much. Like, well, he was doing too much. And it just caught up to him. Now they knocked him off. The crazy thing, though, is Blanco and Jenny, they tying a lot together, and they gonna have to tie this Whitman thing together, you know, and know that it wasn't just him by himself, right? Somehow they gonna figure out he met with Diana, and they gonna be able to know, like, okay, maybe he got set up, and he definitely got set up. He got hit with the okie doke, and Diana didn't think Monet was capable of that. Whitman clueless. I don't know why he did. I would have never went in that house. Or if I did, I would have been watching that house for like 2 days before I went in. Like, Bumps asking Diana, when is Monet and Lorenzo gone? No, you don't do that. You got to make sure they go. And that's where he messed up at. And you know what? A lot of people messed up this episode, man. One other person that messed up was Jenny. None other than Jenny, because she trusted Sax a little too much. And I know Sax like her. You know, they've been getting it in for a while. You see Sax like, yo, you ain't sleeping with nobody else, are you? Dudes really care about that. And she messed up by just being around Sax and trusting Sax. Saxton took a picture of her phone, and then she introduced him to Blanco. But Sax, when he figure out about Lauren, it's not gonna be a secret no more. That's all I'm gonna say now. And I think he gonna figure it out. Like, yo, is such and such still alive? Or he gonna take a picture of one of them phone numbers and be able to search and figure out who is coming from. Or some way Sax gonna find out about Lauren. And when he do, it's no longer a secret. He gonna let somebody know that he don't supposed to let know about Lauren. You just can't trust Sax. We know Sax from Power, the original Power, up until now. Nothing about watching Sax from the original Power to now say, yo, that's a guy you should trust. So Jenny gonna be in over her head just dealing with Sax. So she better watch out. And she better not tell him all the information she be getting for Lauren, too. Lauren's starting to crack a little bit, man. They got in that house feeding her nothing but Vienna sausages. She ain't got nothing to eat in. They got in that house with nothing to eat. So she started going a little crazy. She started to just give up whatever information she got. She told Jenny about the rooftop, which will be a problem for them. But Jenny better keep that information to herself. Maybe she could tell Blanco, but that's about it. Because them two, they really want to get people. Everybody else, nah, can't trust them. Now, I got one more big thing before I get to just different scenes that I liked and different scenes that I hated. I mean, it was a scene in this episode that was horrible. But the big thing I got to touch on is Lorenzo, Kane's relationship, the family starting to see the dynamic, and then Mo figuring out Lorenzo was at Zeke's passing. With Lorenzo knocked him off. She's starting to tie things together. But Lorenzo and Kane kind of patched things up a little bit this episode because Lorenzo saved him, and Kane just don't know what he don't know. He younger. You just don't know enough to be running things, dog. That's just the truth. And Lorenzo smart in just know certain situations, and he understand different games is different. Like, if you sell weed, that's one thing, right? If you sell coke, all right, it escalates. These different games. Crack, coke, crack. If you sell heroin, that's a different game. If you selling burners, that's a different game. Selling guns is different, So Lorenzo know that. Like, people kill, different. In whatever game you in, it's a little bit more serious. People act a little different. And he just schooled them and protected them. And he had Drew and this little dude pull up, and they, cleared out the scene too. They did what they supposed to do when they pulled up. So Lorenzo really need to be the head and have stuff moving. The big problem gonna come in when Monet really know for sure that Lorenzo knocked off Zeke. I mean, that's a humongous problem. And we gonna see in the upcoming episodes, Monet gonna be trying to figure out why is Kane and Lorenzo acting so funny. That's gonna help her tie it together. Drew see it too, cause Kane make a decision. Drew like, hey, Poppy, that's what we doing, and Lorenzo like, yeah, we need to do this. And they like, what is going on? Why we just listening to Kane? Kane is reckless. He don't know enough. Like, they able to tie that together. So we gonna see that keep happening going forward. Now, let's get to some of these scenes that I absolutely loved. One was the RSJ scene with Tariq. I hate that he's selling the Queen's Project, that we seen the whole original Power, but it's gonna bring him some more capital, and he don't have the love for that like Ghost did. So something for the community that was dope, but he just don't got the love for it. So he's selling it off. And RSJ is a good person to sell it to, because maybe he could do something with it that'll be, real good. So I like that, and I like how he got it done. Like the RSJ dude, very smart, and Tariq was able to work a deal with him to bring him over to the team. But I will like for Tariq to start asking for more. Like, hey, dude, I'm bringing in big clients. You got to make me more than an intern, dog. I start throwing my weight around after doing that, bringing in him. Like, yo, no. I need to get paid more than the other interns. You gonna make me a staff or something? Like, come on, man. Time to up the ante, So, but I like that scene, man. I like the scene with Tate and Tariq because Tate is just so grimy, dog. And then Lorenz Tate, he's such a great actor. It's just dope seeing him on scene in that dynamic. But 1 minute he counseling Tariq, you like, yeah, good job, brother. That's what you do. That's what you do for the youth, counsel them. And then he turns right around and like, hey, donate money to my campaign or else. I'm like, this boy grimy. That's another one that's grimy. Tate grimy, but he's politically grimy. He's not like just out here doing a bunch of craziness, but he grimy. And then he let Tariq know about Blanco though. That's the girl they really need to watch because she not dirty at all. So, but I like that Tate scene, man. And what else scene? The Kane and Lorenzo scene when they was in the car. I touched on that, but that was a dope scene, seeing them bond. Now, there was a bunch of dope scenes. And remember, this is my favorite episode of the season. But I do got to touch on one thing, man. And it was something I noticed before, but I noticed it even more in this episode. This dude, Celine, that they have casted is a horrible cast or a horrible casting. I don't know how he got that role. I guarantee y'all, he connected to somebody. He didn't audition and get that role. It's no way. Bro, it looks as unbelievable as anything with them in bed together. It don't look halfway real. Like, I can't see it at all, dog. That was a horrible casting. And that's one of the biggest problems in the industry right now. You got somebody little cousin, can't figure out what they want to do with life, don't got to really work and do no real career, so they could just do entertainment because they big cousin or they big brother or they mom do entertainment. So they get in easy. And then they get put in positions that just look crazy. Like, it's no way this dude should have that role. I guarantee you, that might be Courtney Kemp's little cousin or something. Like, I don't know if Courtney Kemp still be involved as much as she used to, but that's somebody's little cousin, dog. Somebody put him on because horrible casting. I mean, horrible. And I never, go at actors a lot. Y'all know I always be like, yo, it could be the writers. If something wrong, it could be the production team. If something wrong, it ain't always the actor's fault. But this was a horrible casting. And this guy don't fit the bill with acting that role. And it's so messed up because they trying to pair him with Diana. Diana, young actress, she can act. Like, I see scenes where I'm like, okay, yeah, she can act. And they got her paired up with him, and it's just messed up, man. But besides that, thought this was a real dope episode, man. Everything else I loved, you know what I'm saying? I just noticed that one thing, and I am a critic, so I had to speak on it, man. But y'all let me know, what did y'all think of this episode? Because I thought it was the best of the season, even though they did a poor job casting that role, man. It's Smack the Guru. Remember, if you're still here and you're not subscribed, subscribe to the channel. Click that like button. Check out the other content. And like always, man, y'all be easy, be safe. Peace.